My name is Nickel, Nickel, and Blizzard has just announced the latest addition to their series of high-quality statues. So up until this point, there were three: a Tracer one, a Reaper one, and a Widowmaker one. And they were all around $150. Well, now the newest addition to that team is the D.Va statue at $450. So that's 3 times the price as the other statues. And I thought this would be kind of a cool video to make because coincidentally, before this was announced, I just happened to get the other D.Va figure that was out before this, which is the $25 Funko Pop Vinyl D.Va and Mecha Buddy. So this is a part of the Funko Pop series, and it's actually bigger than most of the other Funko Pops in the series. So in this video, I just wanted to compare the two, mostly in terms of design, to see what the differences are between a $450 D.Va statue and the $25 Funko Pop. I took some video to show what the Funko Pop D.Va looked like, and so that'll be playing as I'm talking, but it's just a really weird coincidence that I just opened this yesterday, along with a few other Blizzard and Overwatch figures. So if you guys are interested in seeing that on the channel, let me know. But if we take a look at this, the Funko Pop actually looks pretty nice. You can see even all of D.Va's advertisements on her mech are all over it, like the one that says fighting, the one that just has Korean characters with the orange swoop beneath it, the mecha lettering, and even the APM TV ad, which is basically the play on Twitch TV, I'm guessing. And even Blizzard itself is advertised on D.Va's mech. The interesting thing about this Funko Pop is that you can actually open up the compartment where D.Va operates it from. And so inside of that, there's a separate D.Va figure that is obviously much smaller than the mech itself. And it opens and closes based on that hinge that's on top of the mech. So D.Va here, outside of the mech, is actually way smaller than a normal Funko Pop figure would be. So if you compare one of those regular Funko Pop figures like Reaper here to D.Va in the mech, obviously because it's bigger and more expensive, but D.Va herself is really small. In fact, she's even smaller than the Blizzard and Overwatch line of figures called Cute But Deadly. So this is her compared to Soldier 76 from there, and those ones are already small to begin with. You can almost fit Soldier 76 inside of D.Va's mech itself, but it doesn't close because he's a little bit too big-headed. And so this is what it looks like from the front and then even underneath. And then on the back, it even has the details of where the bolts go and the thrusters and everything like that. On the Funko Pop D.Va, the ball joints for the arms are white, but the accents are basically the exact same color of pink that the arms are. But on the statue, they look like they're a bit more reddish. So there's a little bit of a difference in coloration. So that's pretty much what you would expect from looking at the Funko Pop vinyl figure of D.Va. In terms of the specifics of the product information, the box D.Va came in was 4x4x6, and the actual item itself weighs 1 pound. But something that's probably the most useful is the fact that, according to the store where you can buy the Funko Pop D.Va, it's 6 inches tall. And 6 inches is about 15 centimeters. So if you compare that to the Overwatch D.Va statue, that actually stands 19 inches tall or 48 centimeters from the floor to the head. That's pretty huge. It's over 3 times as tall. And according to Chris Sicko, who works with consumer products over at Blizzard, D.Va's scale pilot is a 1-to-1 ratio to Reaper, Widowmaker, and Tracer, which means that her mech is also true to scale as well. So basically, if D.Va was to jump off the mech's arm, she would stand proportionally tall to the existing Overwatch figures, which is a really cool way to have it rather than having everyone at a separate scale depending on what character they are. So now looking at the design of the $450 D.Va statue, it definitely looks even more detailed. And obviously a reason for that is probably the fact that since it's so much bigger, there's more room to do detail work. This one is actually hand painted. And obviously D.Va herself is more proportional to the mech than the Funko Pop one was. Probably one of the biggest differences is the fact that the hinge on the Funko Pop is just that normal silver circle, but on the statue, it's actually designed to look like a little bunny. So it has the 2 eyes, the pink nose, the mouth is the hinge, and then just below that is a little space where the bunny's tongue or tooth or something comes out from. And the 2 pieces that come out to the left and the right of the hinge are thematically meant to be the bunny's ears, because they're pink and they both have the white tips. We still have all the same advertisements on there like apmtv.kr and Blizzard itself, but it looks like they even added details to the wear and tear on these pieces of the mech. If you look closely at this one, you can see that there's scuffs and scratches designed into the mech itself as well. And one thing that's actually entirely missing from the Funko Pop D.Va is the 2 joysticks that come out in front of the glass dome in the center of the mech. That's what D.Va uses to control the mech. I guess it's not that the Funko Pop has the joysticks missing, it's just that they aren't really joysticks. They're kind of more like retracted claws that come back into the body as opposed to sticking out like they do on the Diva statue for Diva to grab. The joysticks on the Diva statue even have the elbow padded area for her to lay down her elbows and forearms while she's holding the joysticks, while in the Funko Pop, it might have that, but it's retracted so far back into the body that you can't really see any detail. Also, I noticed the color of the glass Diva sits behind when she's in the mech is a bit different as well. The Funko Pop is more of a green color, whereas the Diva statue is kind of more blue. The ball joint that connects the arm to the top of the mech is also colored differently than the Funko Pop one is. And so here in the video, they actually show you that it is 19 inches tall, and then they show what it looks like alongside all of the other figures. So now that you've seen both Divas designed back to back, I think it's really cool that Blizzard has two price points. The maxed out, highest quality version you could possibly get at $450, and then one that's more affordable for everyone, but both of which actually look pretty good. But let me know down below in the comments if you plan on getting either one of these. Leave a comment that either says Diva Pop or Diva Statue. And if you'd like to submit any topics for me to talk about here on the channel in future videos, you can do so over on underwatch.com. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.